Good evening and welcome to this great session with JB King, who is the host. I want to thank JB King for giving me the opportunity to speak to ROYALQ community. Like I was saying before I turned on the recording, this year we want ROYALQ bot users to make money with these bots from the trading aspect without suffering huge floating losses whenever the market would crash heavily, right? Again, we want this bot to be hands-free. You know, when people talk about, building your team, I talk about making the trading experience very good, right? So that's what we come here today to do. We're gonna be exploring a strategy that has been there in ROYALQ. We tried it at the beginning, but we didn't, use it the way it's supposed to be before we dumped it. So this strategy can definitely put smiles on our faces. So I'm gonna be walking us through today. By God's grace, I will not be wasting a lot of time. There will be follow-up, summarized videos on this, right? So let me share my screen. I will try to make this as simple as possible. Now, the method we'll be using today, or the method we'll be talking about, is the method called dollar cost averaging. Okay, now dollar cost averaging, I'm gonna explain the principle of what I'm gonna show you, and then I will show you how to apply this in your bot, right? To start trading hands-free. Dollar cost averaging has to do with buying at different prices to get better rates, or at least to reduce your risk. Okay, that is dollar cost averaging. For instance, different prices of Apple, you bought at $100, bought one Apple, it went down to $95, you still bought, you keep on buying all the way to $80. Guess what? Your average price for buying is around $90, even though you even bought at $80, right? So this is how you scale up your money, making it easy to make profits. Okay, now the result will be, instead of you being at $80, waiting for the market to go back to $100, that's by $20, so that you will start thinking of making profits. Now you just have to wait for the market to go back by $10, right? With little addition, you make profit. That is dollar cost averaging, okay? I'm just explaining this in the simple terms. This second strategy that we go with this is the Martingale strategy. The Martingale strategy was a strategy that was used in gambling, right? And later it was brought into trading. If you have traded, if you are using forex bots, and if you have traded, you will know Martingale. It's supposed to be a risky strategy, but that is for leveraged trading, not in the spot. In the spot, it is an excellent strategy for the spot market. And what does it involve? Like I wrote here, the principle it uses is this: the next number must be at least double of the previous number. Okay, so for instance, if you have $15, right? Sorry, if you have $15, as the first amount, that's $15. So the next amount should be what? From what I said, if you are doubling, it should be 30. I mean, it should be 15 to make the existing total double, right? So the next amount, when you add it to the existing, it should double, right? So the existing number is double. Now the next number should be what? Since 30 is the existing number, the next number should be 30. Okay, now the next number should be what? From what I have explained, 60, right? Now, if we are to go further, the next number should be what, please? Type in the chat. Let me see if you got what I'm saying. The next number, this Martingale is what? Let me see. The next number should be, yes, 120. That is very, very easy. So this is the Martingale, right? Martingale. Now, if you are to start with $20, then that's your first buy amount. The next number should be 40. Should be 20, sorry. To double it, the next number should be 40. Okay, the next number should be what? 80. That is Martingale concept. If you decide to make the next number or to add up to the ×3 of the existing number, you could do that. For instance, let's say I'm doing $10. Now look at $10. So I could do what? I could do $20. I could do $40. I could do $80. So I could do a lot of stuff, but the rule is that the next number must meet up with the existing number. Okay, double it if possible, or triple it. That is the Martingale concept. That's the Martingale concept, and this could continue. Now, gamblers and leverage traders, when they use this method, as long as you have in fact, if you would have enough money to keep doing this, you will never lose any trade. Okay, but you know it is impossible for people to have unlimited amount of money, and that is why at some point it will blow people's accounts in leveraged trading, right? It will blow the account. So that is the principle we're gonna be applying. Now, this Martingale, what it will do to this concept of dollar cost averaging is it's gonna give it enough weight. Okay, it's gonna give it enough weight to be able to get you out of trade on profit. So instead of you, whenever the price changes, you are buying 1, 1, 1, 1. You will apply the Martingale. So your first buy amount is this. The next one, make it 1, okay, to equal these 2. The next one, make it 2 to equal the existing 2. The next one, make it what? 4 to equal the existing 4. The next one, make it 8. This could continue, right? This way, this average price of $90 will no longer be $90. It could be around $98 or $99, even though you bought at different prices, so that a little move upwards, you're gonna take your profit. Now, the next concept will be whole warehouse mode as against sawbin mode strategy. Now we have been using sawbin, even though we do this kind of dollar cost averaging, we were using sawbin, and that's why we have a lot of huge floating losses. Why? Because sawbin looks at the investments as separate investments. The dollar cost averaging is not summing them up together, looking at them as one entity, so that each investment would help the previous ones. The whole warehouse mode would do what? We look at every investment together, all right? Making it possible for you to get out on profit whenever a new investment is done. If I am to just break this down in layman's term, look at all these purchases. If it was from you, okay, you have an average price. But if this one was from Chioma, this one is from Billionaire Merit, this one is from JBKING, this one is from, you see that those who bought later, they are recording heavy loss. So there will be no dollar cost averaging for you as an individual, right? So what sawbin strategy is doing is looking at these things as individual, and they are fighting alone. For this $80, the price has to go back up to $100 by $20, right? Before you make profits. For $85, the price has to move up by 15, all right? But when you look at it together, all of them will work together, and you apply Martingale, any small move upwards, you're gonna make profits. So let me go to my spreadsheet and quickly demonstrate this. And then I'm gonna show you the setting I'm proposing. All right. So in this case, first buy amount $15. If first buy amount is $15, you want to have like 4 calls, right? 4 calls. So the first one, like I taught you, $15 is already existing there. Put in $1, right? What it will do is what is gonna double this. It will be 1 times 15, making it $30 total invested capital, right? And when will you do this? If the market drops by, let's say, 2.5%. Look at that. Normally, market has dropped by negative 2.5%. But because you invested an equal amount, you see 1.25 instead of 2.5%, right? If the market would go up, it's easy for you to make a profit of 1.7%, and it will restart the trade. Now, if the market will drop by 5%, you want to do what? Do the Martingale, double whatever is there. Market is down by 5%, but guess what? You are seeing around this 2.5%. This is just a simplistic example. I didn't include all the mathematics involved. Okay, look at this. When a market has dropped by 7.5% behind the scene, but because you dollar cost average, you are seeing negative 0.25%. And all you need to make profit from this market is for the market to move up by 3.7%, right? 3.7%, 4%, you will make your profits. And when you make that profit, what will happen? Even though the market is around 7.5%, it will restart the trade again at that level, begin again from first call. Okay? Now, if the market will go down again, let's say by 2.5%, you want to do what? Double whatever is there. It will again eat up the dip. Okay, now what? If the market should go down again, you do what? Throw in another money. Okay, throw in another money. So 240 you have thrown into this. Now this is my reasoning. This is 15% drop. By the time a market drops by 15%, okay, there is no way. In fact, by the time a market drops by 15%, chances are high that there will be 1 or 2 sets. Okay. In fact, let's say when the market is dropping, like Avas is dropping now. When the market is going down, there are pullbacks. Okay, there will be lower highs, and these lower highs are pullbacks. So when you go to lower time frame, you will see there were pullbacks. So in this drop by 15%, you only need 1 sell. When you have 1 sell, it will nullify all the floating losses, get you out in profit and start afresh. Let me show you as an example. Okay, look at this place now. Look at this. If the market drops up to this point, that's 15%. As you can see here, 15%. Okay. And during that drop, you can see it made a pullback here, a decent pullback. Maybe let's say it made a pullback of 3%, or let's say 3% here. The bot says, when the bot says, it will begin a new cycle. It will no longer be negative this. It will begin a new cycle. Okay. Now, let's say from this point, where it was around 12% drop, and your bot started, and the market crashes again by another 15%. Guess what? It has been 30% drop. But you, because you are using whole warehouse mode with this Martingale, you are not going to see 30% floating losses. Rather, even at this point, you may be seeing like negative 2 point something, negative 4 point something, okay? And another decent pullback, another pullback. Let's see. Look at that. This pullback is a pullback of 5.4%, which is enough again for the bot to sell and get you out in profits. And then a little drop by 0.5, it begins another thread. It will keep on journeying. Let's say from here again, around 27%, you bought again. Look at it, from here to here is 15%. And don't forget, each time, in fact, by 15% again, you are seeing around negative 0.2%. Now, with all this drop, you have seen around 45% drop. But guess what? Because you are using this strategy, whole warehouse mode, you will see that your floating loss will be around negative 0.2 something, waiting for another pullback, which we saw happen here, to get you out in profits. Ladies and gentlemen on call, we have seen around 45% drop now. If it were to be the sub-bin mode we have been using, guess what? You will see what? Negative 45%. Why is that so? Very, very simple. Because with the sub-bin mode from this level, the fifth call is judged independently. So even if you put 10,000 here and the market did not go up to give you profit, it crashes beyond, it will be added as your floating loss. As a matter of fact, the first call to fourth call will keep on being in floating loss, no matter what you are doing here with the sub-bin strategy. All right, you have to wait for the market to go back up to where you started before you see your capital. But with whole warehouse mode, all these things are looked at together. Anything you put here will help to reduce your take profits, okay? It will help to reduce the floating loss, making it possible for you to take out profits. So that is the concept of the whole warehouse strategy with the Martingale. Now, before I talk about this setting, for people now who will ask me, can I use this? Can I use $100 with this strategy? I have already shown you now what Martingale strategy implies, all right? I showed you that if this is your first buy amount, $10, for instance, you don't need to be asking me whether $100 will be okay to trade. What I taught you this night shows that if you need to go in with $10, that's $20, go in with another $20, $40, go into another $40, $80, go in with another $80, making it $160, right? So you should use your brain. So what can you do? How can you get around this? If you have small money, you may decide to do what? Reduce the levels. All right, reduce the levels. But you have to get the idea. So let's say, for instance, here, you don't have, and then I will encourage people to use $15 as first buy amount. All right. So what am I recommending? What I will recommend is this. If you don't have a lot of money, even if you have a lot of money, 15% drop for me can carry you through. It can keep you in this journey of a crashing market, coming out in profit, starting from afresh. Okay, there will be some thread stuck in solving strategy, right? Now, that's number one. 15% is a decent number. All right. Now, four calls, they are decent enough. But if you do not have a lot of money, as a matter of fact, before I go there, with this, if you have more money, you can say, okay, I want to do $30 first buy. It shows you that you need $480 to run this show. If you have $200, for instance, it is left for you to start reducing the first buy amount to see what it will give you. 12, it gives you 192. Okay, make it 13. You see, it gives you 200. 8, but remember you have $200. So this is not gonna work. You will do what? Reduce 12.5. Yeah, that's $200. This is a perfect capital, a perfect setting for your bot to work with. As a matter of fact, I have this spreadsheet. It's in my video, in the description of my video, you could play with. However, you don't even need a spreadsheet. All you have to do is to check your first buy amount and then ask yourself, what will double this? It's another 15. What should go there? That's first call. What should go here again? Like I taught you now, you see $30. What should go here again? All right, $60. You must not compromise on the real Martingale. Remember, we have used this method in the past, but what made it ineffective was people were doing 1, 1, 1, 1. This has no weight to get you out. It has no weight to get you out of the deep. All right, you want to make sure you do it this way. In fact, ROYALQ is doing this way. 2, 4, that's the original plan of ROYALQ. 16, but I consider it's a lot of money. Okay, now 1, 2, 4, 8. There is someone I will be configuring account for with $100,000. Okay, I'm gonna make the person's account up to 5th call, but I wouldn't recommend going beyond 5th call. Now, here's another thing people get wrong. Remember, in every trade setting, there is always the whole warehouse mode, which is the 1st to 4th call starting. Some people might say, but we have been using this before now. What people got wrong is this. Everybody on call can testify to this. Nobody use this whole warehouse mode and make sure that from the 1st to 4th call, they allow for 15% drop, and also implemented the real Martingale strategy. Nobody did that. What people we are doing is 1, 1, 1, 1. 8%, 4% is not enough for you to fight these fights. All right. Some people we are doing 0 point something or 2. This cannot fight this fight. Okay. All right. So I'm sure I have clarified that. So let me go again. So what can you do for those with small capital? Now this is what I recommend. But for those with small capital, $15 should always be the first buy amount, the minimum first buy amount, since that's what ROYALQ is recommending, right? Now, if you have small capital, that means you don't have up to 240. You could remove this level, okay? When you remove this level, it's you now need 120 to run this show. Now, you still want to make sure you have up to 15% drop. So make this one 5%, 5%, 5%. That's 15% drop, okay? This can help you, right? But it's helpful to have these things splitted in such a way that there will be disturbances. There will be interruption as the market is crashing. There is a fill up so that every little pullback will get you out, right? So that's why I am recommending this, the four calls. For those with huge capital, 5 calls, right? So even in this one shot, we are doing millionaires, $1 million compounding. Sometimes I use 2 calls. I put it on cycle so that I will increase my capital. But only do this if you have analyzed charts. Okay, if you have not analyzed chart to know that the market will be bullish, it's best yourself by making it 4 calls this way. Okay. Now, finally, before I show you the setting so that I don't take a lot of time, my reasoning about this is this. My reasoning about this is this. This thing is better than trading the leverage market. People compare ROYALQ results with leverage bots, but that's not fair, because for every $1 you are trading with on ROYALQ, if you are using it on a leveraged platform, that $1 will give you around $100, $5, $10, depending on how much you are leveraging. Okay. Still, those bots return like 15% per month, 20% per month, 30%, 20-something% per month, even with all that leveraging. But here you are trading 1-to-1. Still, this bot is returning you 10%, 15%, 20%, right? So I think it's a good deal. And then with security of your funds not getting liquidated, okay, not getting liquidated, I think it is a good deal. All right. Now, this is the final margin call drop I will recommend. I love to begin first with 2.5. Why? Because it's only a tiny part of your capital that is being invested. So I want the first call to be called very quickly so that it will be $30 in trades. All right. Then next, I go by 5%, 2.5%, and then 5%, right? 15%, something like this is okay. All right. Now, my reasoning about this is this. If you have a sell at the first call, you have made 0.21% of your total capital. All right. So if the market is bullish and there are like 5 sales, 10 sales on the first level alone, you have made 1% of your total capital, not first buy amount. Still, you have money under, okay? And if the market will go to the second call, look at that, you are making more money. Or if there will be a mixture of first buying amount, first call, second call, you are making money. All right. These ones, third call and fourth call, may not always be touched. Expect that it will be touched when there is a very bearish market. But this is also where it's going to eat up the dip, because no, like I told you, no market, even Shiba, no market will crash without having some lower highs. Okay, that is what is called trending market. And all you need to get out of trading profit and restart the whole trade is just a little pullback upwards. That's all. Look at that. Look at this tidy pullback now. Is 8%. 8%. With your replenishment, your core levels, each time there's a core level, you will never see your trades being more than 7% floating loss. Never. You see 5% and it activates the next one, or 2%, 1%. So it's easy for any little pullback to get you out and it will be restarted. All right. Now let me now go to the board to show you the setting so that we'll continue. I want you to take note of this thread, Avars. Avars. Take note of Avars. I am cycling Avars with this. Avars has crashed by how many percent today? I want somebody to write in the chat. How many percent can you see there? Avars has crashed by how many percent? 12 points. Yes, 13%, 12.4%. All right. So let's check my. Remember, if you are using soybean strategy and you enter this market at the top, forget it. You will see 12-point-something%. Okay. So, but let's see what percentage I have in my board. All right. You can see Avars has what? 4.86%, even though the market has crashed by 13% today. Before you think that it sold and started again, let me show you where it started the trade from today. So let's go to log, transaction record. Just trying this with small money. Look at this. It made its first purchase today at this price here. So let's see. It made the first purchase today by 1:19. You can see that 1:19 a.m. in the morning, and that was exactly after selling like 2 times, okay, because there was a bullish candle. He sold like 2 times and then bought that top, and the market has been crashing since then, okay, and still that 12% drop, it endured it, and you are seeing negative what there? You are seeing negative 4.79%, now 5%. If this market would reverse by 6 point something percent, it will do what? Take profit and then restart the trade again by 0.5% drop. This way, even if others will crash by 50%, it will accompany you in that journey, but there will be no seeing heavy floating losses, okay? And then there will be no situation whereby you have made $20, but your capital of $200 is now worth $70. It doesn't make sense. If I want this adverse capital to be released tomorrow, I'll put it on one shot. If I put it on one shot, it will say tomorrow it will be released. When it is released, you will see all your money. But all the coins in deep we have, check them. Even if you put them on one shot, we don't know when they're gonna be released. We have to wait till the market goes back up, all right? So let me show you the setting we'll be using. First of all, let me show you the setting I use for hours. Now, I disobeyed my rule in this setting, but look at that. This thing has met it has made the fourth call. Yeah, okay, no, it made the third call, right? You see, it has made the third call. It still have 5% to endure, but guess what? Because I manipulated this thing, I didn't follow strictly my destiny. You see, I made this one 2.5% like I thought, but this one I'm supposed to make it 5%, but I made it 2.5%. Okay, I made this one 2.5%. I made this one 2.5% because I want the market to hit these levels and invest more money for me, right? Now 5% is still there, waiting. In fact, once there is a drop by 2%, now it will activate this. Guess what? You will now see negative 2.5%, making it easy. Tell me a market adverse as a coin will drop and will not reverse for like 4% or 3.5% to get me out in profit. In other words, if I had stick to my plan, by now, it may not have even done the third call. If I had made this one 5, by now I will still have 2 call levels left. All right. So let me now show you how to do this. So go to preset, first of all, go to here, my strategy setting. Click on it, click on add, the plus sign at the right top. You could call this anything you want, steady. It's not important. Name it anything, okay? Name it anything. Maybe call it hands-free or whatever. Hands-free. And then first buy amount, leave it empty since you will always change it according to what you have. Then here, margin call, make it 4. Whole position take profit, make it 1.7. It's important you make your whole position to be your take profit to be small, because you know you didn't analyze the market to enter. You want the market to get you out as quickly as possible and repeat and cycle this, right? Now, of course, buying call back would make it 0. Oh, sorry, buying call back, leave it at whole position, take profit call back, make it 0.1 or even 0.0, okay, so that you are getting exactly what you want. Okay, now it's already on cycle. You want it to be on cycle, right? So you leave it there and then save. Moment. Hands-free. Edit. Okay, so you save. Now let's say you want to place a thread. One more thing you want to make sure. Let's go to bake, for instance. When you go to bake, click on setting, go down here, choose a strategy setting. So I will choose the one I created now, which is hands-free. Now, since you have already done all this, oh, sorry, I missed something. I missed to go to margin configuration. So let me go back to that's my strategy setting and go to hands-free to edit it. So I click on edit. I know someone must have written that in the chat too. So let me click on edit. Edit. So you want to go to margin configuration, of course. You go to margin configuration, right? So here you see the original plan of ROYALQ, that's the Martingale 24816, right? And with this, you will get out of thread very quickly. So I make it like I told you, 8. And then you see, even ROYALQ, here you are having 17% drop, all right? You could actually leave it this way with ROYALQ style, okay? But I'll make my own 2.5. And then make this one 5, 2.5, and 5. And confirm. Okay, so let's go back and pick a coin. Thread setting, choose strategy setting at the bottom. And then I'll choose my hands-free, the first one. Now, this is where your initiative will come into play. Don't start asking me, will $100 be enough to trade this coin? I have shown you how to do Martingale. And you know that if you have to start with $15, then you will need how much? You will need to run this four course. You will need, let me check. You have to sit down and work it out or use my spreadsheet. To do this, you need $240. So if you don't have $240, consider completing your money or reducing the call level here, reducing the call limit to 3. And then if you reduce it to 3, okay, if you would reduce it for 3, you will need 120 to run this thread. Okay, let me say I reduce it to 3. But at this point, your results may differ somehow. So what you have to do, make sure you go to margin configuration if you are reducing it, and then make this one 5%. Just give it that buffer. Give it that buffer, right? But I will leave it as I intended. So let me take it again, hands-free. So because I have, let's say I have money to trade more coin. If I have like, let's see, if I have $480, so that means I can use $30 because $30 after running the Martingale, it's gonna give me for 4 calls, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. It's gonna give me 4, 8. I'll put $30, right? And then you do what? You save. Now, one more thing you wanna change, especially if you have ever traded that coin. Especially if you have ever traded that coin, one thing you wanna change is this. You have to go to strategy mode. Go to this strategy mode. This is where you do the magic. This is where you say goodbye to sub-bin strategy. Click on strategy mode and make sure it is not here or here. You don't need this sub-bin something. We are burying it today. Make sure it is on whole way house. All right. And then do what? Confirm. It start trading. This thing can trade for you 365 days. All right. Now, what if you are tired of trading, you want to stop the trade? At that point, just go and change it to one shot. Just go and click here, one shot. Once you click one shot, it will now finish running that thread, do all the martingale depending. Once it comes out of profit, it will surprise you to see that both your capital and everything will be here complete, and this will not take time. All right, so that is the setting in a nutshell. Now let's talk about the fallibility of this. Is this infallible? Of course not. It is not infallible, all right? But it will give you a fighting chance, and if you will have more money to do even up to 5 call, it may not fail. Let me show you. The fighting chance is going to give you this. If others would crash by 50%, okay, when it's from the time it crashes to 30%, by a little pullback, this thing will keep on selling. Okay, so even if the market will catch you somewhere, it will not be long before it goes back, and then you see it will sell, right? And then it will not be as worse as sub-bin mode strategy, okay, that does individual trades under and waste all the money. It doesn't waste the money anyway, but it doesn't make sense if I have $200 and I have $20 profit, but my capital is worth $70, because I'm better off having that $200 currently and then buying that coin, right? And that is what Huobi house mode strategy will do for you. I will stop it here so that I don't take all the time. I will make a video to summarize this in 10 minutes. So that's just the tip on how to trade hands-free, all right? Because we want to make sure that we don't overstress everybody and ourselves, and we want to trade hands-free too, right? Just I want to trade hands-free. Okay, this of course does not replace the compounding to $1 million. The day we have time, the day we have chance, the day JB King and others, they can drop signal, right? But it is not gonna be a must. Okay, it's not gonna be a must. Let's learn how to trade hands-free. All right, so I will stop it here, and then let me give back to JB King. JB King, are you there? Am I allowed to take a few questions on this? If not, then I will give it back to the host. JB King, are you there? All right, so if you have question on this, as we wait for JB King, if you have question on this, let me know. Okay, Pascal, you have question? Okay, Prince, ask your question quickly.
All right, thank you so much.
Yes.
But I want to ask, the calculation we had was like down to 15%.
Yes.
If the market crash up to 50, 60%, how
Yes.
does that 15% will resolve up to 60%? Because we even have a coin that's crashed up to 85% now. I have a coin that's minus 85 now. So
okay.
If this settings is down 15%, how is it going to resolve to 85% deep? That's one. And two, as it's dipping and it's buying, will you be making your profits or until it sell off at the first call?
All right. Were you here at the beginning of the meeting?
Not really. I joined.
All right. If you join, just wait for the recording, okay? The strategy we are using is called the Huobi house strategy. It's not sub-bin. Sub-bin looks at each buy after the 4 calls as individual. But Huobi house, we use dollar cost averaging, Martingale, and make sure that even if the market crashed by 15%, during that crash, it would have gotten you out of profits, and then buy again from that down, it will restart to negative 1%. Even though the market has gone down by 15%, you may see negative 1%, right? And it crashes, go up, takes another profit, and it will restart. In that process, even if the market crashes by 60%, you may not see negative 60% at all. You may even see negative 1%, 2%. It will keep on doing that. Is whole way house, is not solving. And then once there is one sell, every profit comes out and capital. There will be no some coins that are still in trade. That is whole way house mode strategy. Okay. So watch the recording when it's available. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
And then I want to still appeal to people. You don't have to trade multiple coins. You see, if I have $1 million, I will even trade one coin. I will make sure that I have up to 5 levels and then put a lot of money at the first buy, you know, as $1 million, right? And guess what? Whether the coin is going, I will just get one good coin, like ours. Anywhere the coin is going, you are making profits, no matter how the market crashes. So you don't start, maybe you have 240 to trade one coin, you go and divide it into 2. And because of that, instead of having 4 levels, you are now having 2 levels. Just because one has trade 2 coins, it will not be efficient. So if you deviate from what I taught you this evening, then you may not be able to make a critique of what I showed you. You want to make sure you are using the exact setting, try it out, let it fail, then let me see. Okay? Of course, it's not infallible, but this will surprise you what you're gonna see, right? All right, thank you. JB King, are you there? All right, so let's take I think Jolly, ask your question, Jolly.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, everybody on call.
My
question is, if you are on copy trade, can you be able to change the warehouse stuff? If you're on copy trade, can you change it? If the thing is not on this whole warehouse, can you be able to change it to that one? If you're on copy trade.
If you're on copy trade, if you're on copy trade, what I would advise you is to do what? Put it on one shot, okay? And then unsync from the trader, turn off margin call, and let the trade to close. And then you will, or as it start releasing money, you will start using the new money available release to do this one, okay? All right?
Okay, sir.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Others copy. Ask your question. Others copy. In fact, if you understood what I said this night, please type Y in the chat. If you understood, if you got the idea, type Y. Others copy. Ask your question. After your question, then I will give over to JB King. I'm not sure I have a lot of time to take. I'm not sure we will have a lot of time to take more questions. Others copy. Ask your question.
Thank you. My question is, if you have like $10,000, how many coins is it preferable? Minimum coin or much coins? Can you do 1 or 2 or 3 alone?
If you have $10,000, you could do just 2 coins or 1 coin. Okay. If you have if I will have $10,000, let me show you what I made. To be honest, if I have $10,000, I will be trading just 1 coin. I don't have time to. Okay, now this is what I would do with $10,000. I would throw in 500 and check. See, that's 8,000, right? That's 8,000 already. So I might begin now to tweak it to get it to 10,000. Okay, I could do 520. Okay, 600. See that? Until I taught you about Martingale. All right, so you just need to sit down and or use the spreadsheet and calculate until you get close to that. Another thing I could do so that come rain, come sunshine, I will be okay, is to go to the 5th level. I'm giving you guys the up to 4th to accommodate as many capital as possible. I will go to the 5th level, okay, and make it maybe let's say, okay, this one, I could make this one 2.5. I will make this one 3.5, right? 3.5. Now, with this 5th level, you see, you can't go in with this, okay? So what can you do? Maybe do 400 do let's say 250. You see, 300. You get the idea now. So 315. The idea is to work out this this thing is constant, these ones. The idea is to work out the mathematics, all right, or use the spreadsheets in the description of my video and play through it. Let me tell you, do this for one coin and it will be making you profit. That's all. It will be making you profit. Okay, so you keep on tweaking it until you get, even if you want to go in with 315, for instance, you know that before this market will even get here, in fact, in few days, you would have made extra $80 from this, all right? So you could even do your setting and your money is not complete, but the difference should not be so wide, because in one day, this thing will make you maybe, let's say, $80, $50, $100, and cover up this thing, right? So that's just that. You decide by splitting it, but make sure I will still stick to this so that I have more money on top for me, okay? And then I have my setting. All right, that's how I would invest $10,000. Now I will ask JB King. We have exhausted our question time, right? So King, can you say something?
Yeah, it's okay, sir. It's okay, sir. Please carry on, sir.
All right, so let's take just a few more questions. All right, Ike Chukwuoka, ask your question.
Good evening, sir.
You're welcome, sir.
Yeah, my question, perhaps you started answering my question. It's about do we still need a signal for this one, for the coin? But although you've been mentioning Avast, perhaps you are pointing to the fact that Avast is a good coin to trade on this. So are there other coins in case one chooses not to trade on Avast, or should we wait for a signal before we go ahead with this cycle?
All right.
Thank you.
All right, Avast is not the only coin. There are Solana, there are a lot of good coins, okay? Solana, Cardano, and what have you. Just you could ask your upline or ask anybody to suggest a coin for you, okay? Now, you don't need signal. You don't need signal to do this. When do you need signal? When you are doing only 2 calls, okay, or one call, or when you are doing only 1 call, or okay, without when you need signal is when you are doing something like this, knowing that your percentage drop will be little. In other words, you want to make sure you have analyzed the chart and make sure that by a little drop, the market will start going back up to give you your profits. That is when you will now need signal. You will also need signal if you are doing this 1 million compounding. When you drop signal, you go and buy, right? But for this, enter blindly. Enter any coin. Once you have good setting like this, enter any coin. Make sure it's on whole warehouse and you'll be fine. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
All right, so let's go to Adam. Adam, ask your question. Adam, ask your question.
Yeah, good evening, boss.
You're welcome.
Actually, many of my questions has been answered, but I still have one. My question is the robot strategy.
Yes.
The robot strategy. After short, I realized that the strategy mode is not in this whole warehouse strategy. Can we change it?
Now, are you copying a trader or you're copying on your own?
These are Kinga's strategy.
See, with ROYALQ, once this course has exceeded 4th level, you can't change the strategy again. Okay, once you have had more than 4 calls, you can't change the strategy. You must remain in the strategy you are in. Okay, so before you set a trade, you have to decide whether you want to use whole warehouse or sub-in. Now, if you have a trade that have been in deep and they have done a lot of calls, like I said, put it on 1 shot, turn off on sync from a trader, turn off margin call, Any money it is releasing, you can use it to do this or do compounding to 1 million. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much, boss.
Yes. Daniel Mora Kinyo, ask your question.
Oh, good evening, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much for today's class. Thank you very much. God will continue to bless you, sir. So I only have one question. The only question I have is that for a new member that is just joining ROYALQ, can we recommend this for the person? You know, the concept of new members joining ROYALQ, they were expecting to be having profit daily. Can this provide profit daily, you know, in the revenue section so that they can see the profit daily?
That is actually why we are doing this. This strategy will return you profit daily or almost daily. Okay. Here is the thing. One thing, this strategy may not change a lot from solving strategy in terms of profits, but what it will solve is this: the situation whereby you make profit and you see it in revenue, but your capital is way down by 50%. That's what it will change. All right. So still, this bot will return you between 0.1% to 1% or more per day if you use this strategy. Recall what I showed you here. Look at from what I showed you here. If you will only have just one cell from the first, if you will have just one cell, wait, let me make this thing. Let me make it 240. Now, if you will only have sell once, okay, from the first buyer amount, it will give you around 0.1% of your capital. If you will have that sale from first call, let's say it invested another $15 to make it $30, and it says that will be 0.2% of your capital. All right. And if it will cycle, if there is a bullish, if the market is bullish and it has 5 sales that day, it would have made you 1% of your capital. You understand? So their expectation daily should be between 0.1% to 1%. All right, per day. However, if the market did not go so well, it may not make profit that day, but definitely the next day it should do what? Make profit. Okay. So the most important thing is that their capital will be intact in such a way that if they want to, if they want to stop the bot from trading, once they put it on one shot, it will close that day or the next day, release all their capital with all the profit as well. You can't do this with sub-bin mode. The moment you enter, little drop, look at this. This thing has been bullish, but little drop, all your capital would have gone down. You will see negative. This will give you, today you will be seeing negative 12% if you are using sub-bin mode. Okay. All right. So that's the answer. So this is the perfect for new members. All right. So let's go to Timothy. Ask your question. Our leader Timothy, ask your question.
Good evening, boss. I can't thank you enough. Thank you very much. JBK, thank you too. So I have a challenge. Okay. I am trying to unsync from a trader. I was copying a trade before, but now I'll be doing a one shot, and I want to try this other strategy you just brought out now. We are very grateful for it. But I wanted to unsync from a trader. I have already closed the magic call, and I have put the coin on a one shot because it is really deep, 28 minus 28. But how to unsync? I've been looking for the place where to unsync from a trader. I've not seen that place where to unsync, please.
Okay. To unsync from trader is easy now. So all you need to do is to go to your bots. Go to your bots. Click on mine. You will see my synchronized strategy. You see that? my synchronized strategy from mine. If you click there, if you are syncing any trader, it will show there, then on sync.
Okay, so that's let me hear it again, sir.
Go to mine, you see my synchronized strategy around the middle area or so.
Yes.
And then on sync.
Oh, good. I've been clicking on the coin alone. I didn't even go to mine. Thank you very much, boss.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Now, for the person asking for the spreadsheets, it's in the description of the video where I talked about thread setting. So if you go there, you will be able to see the spreadsheet. So how to configure thread. I will put the video in the chat. Click on it in the description. You see the spreadsheet. Okay. It's in the chat. Okay. Also, somebody has even found the main spreadsheet. Okay. As you can see, it's just gonna show you the basics. I will still edit this. Okay. So just go here and do your setting. All right. So let's I think Daniel, you have asked your question. Morakiyo, Daniel, you have asked question before, right? Daniel is not there. So let's go to Honorable Moke Adolphus Ocho. So let's make our question very brief so that I give back to JB King.
Good evening, sir.
You're welcome, sir.
Good evening. Oh, my name is Honorable Moke from Passcode.
Yes, go ahead, sir.
I want to appreciate you for this wonderful strategy. It's my first time of seeing and hearing this strategy. I want to ask if you will repeat it next time, because for the first time, some of us, I must be honest, some of us will not understand. I don't know if you will repeat it next time. And if you can also give us maybe a contact, because me, I don't know you. As a student, I would like to try what you have taught me, and if I can't get it, I can like call you sometime or chat you that this is the area, like what we are doing here, this is the area I can't meet up. How do we do it and all that? And this here chat, I can't really see it from here. I can't see the figure from here. I don't know if you can post it on the group so that from there it can be our guide. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you very much, sir. You can reach me. Just ask people to give you my Telegram group and you will be there. If you know JB King, you already know me. So just ask them for Dennis group 100K Preneurs. You'll be in my group. Screenshotting the chat and posting will not help you because we are you there in the beginning, from the beginning? Were you there in the beginning, from the beginning? Okay.
I was distracted somehow, sir.
All right. Somehow. Okay. So I will also make a video to summarize this. I believe this video will also be posted. So you just
I don't know your name. I don't know your name, sir. So
Dennis,
if I ask, I will say
Dennis is my name, and my channel is 100K Preneurs YouTube. You also be in my Telegram channel. So ask JB King or ask anybody to send. The person will give you. Okay.
Dennis, right?
Yes.
All right, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. Now, Kenny, ask your question. I thank God the questions are reducing. Kenny, ask your question.
Good evening, sir.
You're welcome, sir.
You made mention earlier that we can go in for any coin we want to apply the strategy.
Yes.
I'll suggest we should only go for a good coin like Shiba, Avax, because there are some coins that will goes down deep for a long time, for like 2 or 3 days. That they won't even quickly come out of that deep. So I don't think with that we can quickly make our profit that. So you know, Shiba, when Shiba goes down, it only goes down like maybe 5%, sometimes at least even 7%, that they will come up again so fast. In terms of Bitcoin too. So I would suggest that we should go in for only a good coin that we know they always do good in the market, in terms of not all those coins that will go down deep for a long time. Do you understand me?
Thank you very much for that. Yeah, definitely. I said ask your upline to suggest a coin when you want to select. Okay. Every coin ROYALQ provided, they provided those coins with a reason. Okay. So these coins, they are all good coins. Okay. But for preferences sake, we might love Avax because it's a blockchain, it's doing great. Solana, okay, which they are good coin, right? Like me, I would trade such coins. But coins ROYALQ provided there, they are all good coins, right? So, but it's still important you ask for a guide for the best coin to trade, like you just said. Thank you for that contribution.
All right. Okay.
Yes. So let's go to Joel. Joel, ask your question.
Good evening, sir.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity and thank you for of the video you're going to do. So my question is this: first, if you increase to 5 margin call to the fifth call, so what will be the setting for the distribution take profit allocation? Because it's going to now trigger that when it exceeds 4 calls. That's one. Then secondly, if you are not syncing with a trader, is it possible to edit the settings to this new settings now?
Were you here at the beginning of the Zoom, sir?
Yes, I was, yeah.
All right. Now, the distribution and take profits, the distribution and take profit allocation is only required if you are using the sub-bin mode strategy. That is not the whole warehouse. Okay, why? Because with sub-bin, from fifth call, you must set the required take profit because they are judged independently. They don't add any weights to the money that has already been invested on top. All right. That's why you will need to go and add their percentage. But with whole warehouse strategy, everything any money you are putting will be summed up with everyone, and it will dollar cost average. So you will only have once to sell, and that is the profit you put in whole position take profit ratio. Okay. So that's
okay, I get it now. Thank you very much.
For your setting, you can definitely edit your setting of an ongoing trade, but remember, if it has made up to 4 calls and enter 5th call, you can no longer change the strategy mode. So you have to decide the strategy mode before it completes the calls. It completes 4 calls, because 4 call is under whole warehouse, and then down you may select to have sub-bin. But if you make it whole warehouse, everything you put here, all of them will be whole warehouse. And I'm saying whole warehouse is the best. All right, whole warehouse is the best. And everybody should be realistic with your expectation in terms of profits, right? Because this is not leverage trading, but you will be making money and you will not have this ugly negative 50%. No, you won't have it. All right, thank you very much.
All right, thank you, sir.
Olusoji Olajoju, ask your question. Olusoji is not there. Let's go to.
I'm there, sir. Hello, sir.
Yes, ask your question very quickly. I want to give back to JB King. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Actually, I just want to commend your efforts, sir. You and the JB King. I'm one of your dialers. And I really thank God that you are the one that gave us the what we used before. And you people are not asking to come back to us and give us a better one. I need to salute your courage. And that is one of the attributes of a good leader. And I pray that God will continue to bless you and to give you understanding concerning this job. I really appreciate it. Now, the question I want to ask, sir, maybe for just a newcomer and for them to have no profit almost every day, if they have something like $500 or $1,000, is it advisable to break it into 2 to have 2 cons, so that if the cons is not every today, at least another one could be able to help? Is it advisable, or you just stick just a single cons? Thank you.
Of course, you could split into 2, okay? But whatever you are doing, just make sure that you have this optimal setting up to 4th call, right? And have this Martingale setting and have up to 15% drop, okay?
Okay.
All right? Yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise, if you have 240, first buy amount will be $15, right? Now, if you have double of that money, which is 480, first buy amount will be $30, right? If you split 480 into 2, $15 will be first buy amount here, $15 will be first buy amount here. At the end of the day, you are going in with $30 for the both trades as first buy amount. So that's still the same thing. All right. However, yeah, definitely you could split. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, about our not being afraid to come and continue to mentor. We are professional traders, JB King and myself, and as an experienced crypto trader, I know that no other spot trading bots will do any magic. Okay, these are all the strategy that is there. Okay, so it doesn't make sense. Only somebody who is not knowledgeable in this field that will rush out to go and get another bot and continue. No, there's no other place to go. ROYALQ is the place to be. Okay, the ROYALQ is the place to be. If I stop ROYALQ, then I will face my crypto days. Okay, ROYALQ is the place to be, and that's why we want to make it better for everyone to build their team and make money. And we believe that if we sort out the issue of trading, building the business will be very easy. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. So I will just take 2 more questions and then we will end. I will give JB King. So let's go to Danjuma Ademola. Ask your question. Oh, sorry, Danjuma, unmute yourself again.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. Thank you, JB King. Thank you, Boss Dennis. It's just my question is just simple. Though you've answered my question in some ways, but now I just want you to just illustrate for us how we can just those of us that have been copying a trade before. Now I have switched it to one shot since you advised that we should do that so that we can continue our trade this way. And then you made mention of we offering the margin call. So please, can you just show us how to go about that, please?
Okay, so if you want to stop the margin call, like Avas now, which I'm trading, if we go to Avas or the call, you will see here, stop margin call, right? If once, let me click on it. What this means is this bot will no longer continue. I have 4 margin calls. It has made the thought. So now that I have stopped it, it will no longer do margin calls. Okay, my dip will start increasing, right? And then even if it is a bullish market, it will release all my money. It will not use it again, right? Also, I have to put it in one shot, right, for this to happen, as it is still in cycle. But I don't want that. So I'll go ahead and open my margin call again. I'm sure that was clear, right?
Yes, sir, it's clear. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. So let's take the next question quickly. Sorry. Let's go to Mezes iPhone. Mezes iPhone, ask your question.
Good evening, sir.
You're welcome, sir.
So my question is, when doing compounding, how do we get the signals? Or do we get it from you? Or are we going to get it ourselves? Thank you, sir.
Signal services, we have a lot of people that offer signals, JB King, Club, C9, and also in your uplines group. It's the job of work of your upline to copy signal anywhere and provide it to you as quickly as possible. But we don't guarantee that we will be giving daily signals. Okay, that's why we are trying to show you how to trade hands-free. If you want to market your bot, you want to do what? Market it hands-free. All right. That's just that. And signal once in a while, right? I can personally, unless my technical analyst has time, Okay, once in a while there will be signal. So make sure you are in all the forum, ask your upline, in fact, and then be in JB King's forum, be in my forum too, so that if I drop signal, you can have it. Okay. And on Tuesdays,
Okay,
we
sir.
teach people how to analyze charts. On Tuesday, we teach people how to analyze charts too. I do trainings on Tuesday. I do trainings on Tuesday, right? So, all right, thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
You're welcome. So let's go to the next person. Prince Joe Itubu.
Yes, boss Dennis, thank you very much for all you have been doing. I was tied up this evening. I couldn't come earlier, coming late. But well, this strategy that you have taught, I don't know the name, and you are talking about creating, a video for it. What is the name? So that I can recognize it when I want to go back to it.
Whole warehouse mode strategy.
Whole warehouse.
Yes, whole warehouse mode strategy. It's already built in ROYALQ. You will see strategy mode in ROYALQ. People will tell you to use solving real-time settlement, right? So put in whole warehouse, change it to whole warehouse. All right. And then yes, just watch the recorded video, and then I also drop a video summary. We can start from afresh. I already taught the basics at the beginning. Thank you.
All right. All right. Can I?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead, sir. You have to unmute.
Okay, sorry. People who are already trading cycle with this new idea of one shot, would you advise that they close their cycle trade to go for the one shot?
Cycle, you mean copying from traders or?
Yes.
Or trading cycle, normal
auto trading. Auto trading cycle.
But what we have discussed now is based on auto trading. We are talking about hands-free. We are not talking about one shot. This strategy, whole warehouse mode, you have to put it on cycle so that it will keep on trading for you. The difference between what you want to do now and what we were doing before was you were cycling with the solving mode and not the whole warehouse mode. All right. So this one is complete hands-free. It's for cycle, not one shot. Okay. You only put it in one shot if you want to end the trade to release your capital the same day or the next day. It will stop and release your capital and everything. Okay?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Would you call this one compounding?
Well, this will not compound your money, okay? Auto trading will not compound your money. It is your job. You could do some mild compounding with it. For instance, if you had $480 and you notice that you have made extra $100, okay, that means your capital has increased from 480 to 580, right? So it's your job now to go using my spreadsheet or the one you have built for yourself and start tweaking the first buy amount to get you to 580. So you could do like $35, right? 560, $38, 608, which is too much. You could go down to $7. And then $36. Yeah, something like this, right? You know that. In fact, each time you look at your first buy amount, you will know exactly how much you are using to trade. Because going by this Martingale, this, you will see you are using 576, right? So that's just that. So as it increases, you keep on compounding. If you want to compound, this is mild compounding, okay? And this is different from the one, those who are strong enough, who are doing this one. And I won't guarantee you that I will be dropping signal always, okay? Because it can be tiring and tasking to drop signal, and you see someone because he didn't go out that day, the person want to kill you in the group. So this is a show I am doing, a game I will be doing on my own, but I will be dropping signal once in a while. And also JB King agrees with me on this. We want to give you guys something that we do make it easy for you to build business, which is trading automated, in an automated way, right? People make profits. You will not see heavy floating losses. Okay, that's just that. I know somebody with 30,000 trading capital now. The person's money is worth around, let's say, 11,000 or so, but the person has made almost $3,000. That doesn't make sense again, right? Of course, the idea of the sub-bin was okay, but it is too high for you to understand. That's number one. Number two, it doesn't make much sense. If we were using the whole warehouse, by now, the capital will still be 30K, and then you see the profits, right? And if you put it on one shot now, you're gonna release it the next day. So that day, and then that's the beauty, because those who are buying sub-bin, they are not better off than somebody who has his complete capital now. Because if she has the 30,000 now, she could buy those coins and get more value now, okay? But sub-bin is there, being a busy bee. And another disadvantage of the sub-bin is that you pay a lot of fees. All these small buys, you pay fee from ROYALQ and you pay fee from exchange, and it is not efficient. Okay, so we have to. That's why we put heads together, trying to come to a solution so that your business will keep on moving. All right, this is the best business to do in crypto when it comes to trading bots. All right, thank you.
Thank you very much.
So we are now taking the last question. As a matter of fact, if your money is in floating loss from sub-bin, I started with over 30 grand too. Just like I said, hold it, put it on one shot. As it's releasing the capital, you will be seeing it, and then it will not pick it again to trade. You can now use it to do what? This setting. Or if you want to use it to do compound to $1 million, if you are strong, to be jumping into the market and jumping out, fine. Okay, good. So the last person, Adeyemi Emmanuel, please ask your question. Adeyemi Emmanuel.
Okay, good evening.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Basically, all my questions has been answered, except just for one. And I have quite a number of trades that are in very, very crazy deep. Like when I started as a newbie, and I had some configurations that were not really profiting. So I have about 15 trades, and they are seriously in like -60, -50 deep. So I want to ask you, what do you advise I do at this point? Thank you.
You were right. I answered the question already. Put everything on one shot and see from any trader, stop margin call, and then wait. Okay, allow the market. As the market goes back, as the market is going back up, it will be releasing the USDT. Any money you see in your Binance release, you could use it and start trading this new setting. The ones in deep, leave them. You can't take loss. You can't take manual loss when there is no cost, unless you need money to do an important project somewhere. You could do that it is so difficult for you. Otherwise, why? All those, okay, forget about ROYALQ. I have a lot of crypto portfolio I'm holding that are down by 20%, by 80%, and I'm still holding them. So that's how you do crypto actually, by hodling, right? So we just want to bring a new dimension to ROYALQ, make it better so that if you are making profits, you will see it, and then the difference between your profit, your capital, and the current balance will add up, all right? So that you are able to have a smooth business. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right. Mass 11. Okay, you are the last. You are the last. Mass 11. Let's go. Let's ask your question.
Hello.
Yes.
Goodness. Good evening, and thank you very much for your presentation this evening. I I believe my respect for you has gone up. You're a leader who is not shy to say this strategy is better than what we have been teaching, and let's all go in this direction. We appreciate you very much. My question may be directed to JB King. He promised on Tuesday that he will be teaching us some tools. He mentioned Lunar Crash and some other tools that he mentioned. I was just wondering if it will come on this evening or that will be rescheduled. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. I will let JB King answer that, but before I do that, I will just make a few remarks and hand over to JB King, and the session will continue. So I want to thank everybody that joined this call, and I want to thank JB King for arranging it and bringing me on. For now, I am having one Zoom session on Tuesdays by 8 p.m. Nigerian time, right? This is where I talk about ROYALQ team building, all right? I have great leaders I bring on board, so you could also invite your team. We may not be dropping, we have passed the stage of dropping link. That's why sometimes you don't see these links. So you can come there, ask your question is for bot users, right? Then for general presentation, ROYALQ presentation, Nigerian top leaders organizes this daily, right? Even 2 times. Morning session is for technical, evening is for business presentation. See, there is nothing that we make be an excuse for you not to make money this year, all right? Nothing, because it is a done for you. So I want to encourage everybody, let's keep focusing, let's keep pushing. If your leaders are there for you, then don't abandon yourself, all right? Don't abandon yourself. This is crypto. You want to be a millionaire in crypto, you have to learn how to be patient, disciplined, huddle, and also above all, continue doing. A bird at hand is water in the bush. I can tell you something. But if you have $100,000 and you are trading with this strategy, you are making like 500, 1,000, 300 per day. Even if you see an amazing opportunity in crypto, don't liquidate your capital, because this is the short term, okay? If you are making $100 per day trading the spot market with this tool, that is $3,000 per year. That is $3,000 per month. With this, if you are in India or if you're in Nigeria, I don't know, it's a lot of money, right? If you are abroad, you could use that to pay your rent and pay a few things. So I want you to do what? Focus. People are already getting 100K. I will help someone to configure 100K account by Friday, okay, with this strategy. All right, having said that, I am signing out and giving over to JB King. I'm gonna make King the co-host, the host, sorry, and then he will continue. Thank you, JB King.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for that wonderful revelation and information. I believe each of every one of us here tonight have been able to learn something wonderful. For 3 hours. If not, you can have. And what I want to say is that this is not just a game changer, but this is an eye-opener to everyone that trades ROYALQ. Now, I know that most of us may not clearly get it tonight. But with this strategy, it becomes now easy to make profit in the deep and actually come out of floating loss and start a new fresh market right inside the deep. I mean, we are not gonna, let me not put much word, because with what you have gotten tonight, which is a much value tonight, the video is gonna be out. Go digest on this. While we meet again on Monday, then we're gonna go into a more breakdown. so that every one of you will get it. Because what I discovered is that when you can do this yourself, it becomes easy for me, it becomes easy for you. But if we have to be doing it every day for you, just like our boss have said, you know, there's no guarantee that we're gonna be giving signals every day. Because to give signal, you know what it takes? We have to analyze the market, we have to go through the news, we have to do some research before you release that coin. And it takes time to do that, you know? And most of you that have been giving signal, at least there's no day I don't drop signals that made more than 2% every day, okay? But there's no specific time I can drop at any time. Now, what I want you to do is you go relax. The video is gonna be out soon. Then go through this video again. It will open you more. Then by Thursday, you will not be asking much questions. You will know exactly what to do, because I'm just going to just do 1 or 2 things for you on Thursday. Okay, so guys, thank you so much for coming. I hope we don't have more questions in the house. We're gonna be closing the meeting at this place. It's already after 5 in the morning. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much, boss, for taking us tonight. It was a wonderful moment. I'm going to unmute everyone. Please go ahead and say good night to the house. Thank you, everyone, for coming. I'm going to see you on Thursday morning.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Winning together always.
Yes, everyone.
Thank you,
Good night.
JB
Good
King.
night. Yes, good night, everyone.
Thank you,
Good night.
JB King.